All right, y'all. Let's get this live started for the morning, y'all. Get this morning live started. I met a good friend last night on YouTube. They told me let stuff go, man. Let's start talking about life, man. Let's see what you could do to get closer to God, to get closer to people, man. As humans, man, we sit back here. I'm talking about only on YouTube. We sit back here and we see this YouTube life or this real life. You on high for so long until you show your true color. What's up, Jay? You on high so long until you show people your true color. So at the end of the day, man, you on this camera every Friday or every Thursday, every Tuesday, whatever you go live. Your uncle show people your real true color. When people's on your team, man, when people ride for you, no matter what people do, they here to support you no matter what. Salute to 84 Cuddy and Tulu TV and everybody. It says Carlos Cowboy, I'm sorry. Salute to everybody. Whoever came through my live stream, man, showed me love, stayed more than one day. You know what I mean? Brandon, appreciate all of y'all. Thank y'all for helping me out and where I need y'all the most, man. SS Gang, Tulu, 84, 87. Appreciate all of y'all, man. Thank you for helping me out. So that being said, y'all, I'm gonna show you this week video, a preview of the video. So I know y'all know I had axle problems with my car. I was having axle problems for the longest with my car. I had the wrong axles for the carrier that's in my car. So I'm gonna walk you around my car in a few minutes after I say what I gotta say. I'm showing you what the videos is coming. Not this week. I'm sorry, next week. You know what I mean? What the video will be about next week. I'm gonna do this big old order once again, like I always do, for parts on the 28th of the month. So around about the 27th, 28th of the month. So hopefully I get everything in so I can make my video all at one time. You know what I mean? I'm tired of doing all these unboxing videos and now Tulu gave me some fire now, y'all. Can you believe Tulu gave me some fire? Now I got the fire I need to get this video done. Now I know what to do to get this video done. And I'm telling you, man, thank you, Tulu, for lighting this fire my, you know what I mean? And and you turned it up on your boy, man. Thank you, man. You showed out. You helped me out, and thank you for everything, man. You know, everything that we talked about, man. 84, man, him talked for a long period of time last night. You know what I mean? Talk about the military life and talk about plans with his car and just talk in general, man. Sometimes you got to talk to people, man, to see what their mind is at. 84, to me, he always had a level head. You know, because military recognize military, man. But you only hide behind your skin in so many ways. If you have some ill will, don't come in my life with that stuff, man. If I see you in here, you gone, man. You know what I mean? People, you got 84 SS, Cowboy, and Tulu, and everybody else. It's so real to me, man. They the only people that helped me when I needed them the most. So I salute that. You know, they stepped up to the plate. I might not know every answer this old school I'm doing. They don't know every answer. But Tulu's uncle is magnificent, man, about asking questions. You know what I mean? If he knew, if I can come at Tulu with a question, he'll find out from he'll get back with me. That's how we do in the military, man. If you don't find out, you don't know if you don't know about the answer, stand fast. I'll be right back. Let me go find the answer out for you and come back and get your answer. That's leadership, man. I salute Tulu for that. And I thank Ed for helping me out too, man. I'm telling you, I can't thank enough of y'all. Cause a lot of y'all just here as viewers or none of y'all coming. If I drop the link right now, How many of y'all will come in the line and talk to me? You know what I mean? On a certain amount of people. You know what I mean? Yeah, 84. I mean, 87. 87, man. He know he got it, man. This dude, he's the Karate Kid to this court games up to me. You know what I mean? He learning still. See, that's one thing about people, man. When they get real comfortable in their position, somebody just lost a tree in your tree fell. When you get real cocky, you lose people. What's up, JG? I JG, don't do that, JG. You know I'm gonna give you some flowers too, JG. Come on, JG. You know I got you, but don't do that, JG. Don't do that, JG. You know I got you, brother. I'm gonna drop this link. I want everybody, JG, SS, J. I want everybody to come in my chat and we'll talk about this, man. The WM guy, what's up, my brother? How you doing? Hey, WM guy, I need to get with you, man, because I'm trying to play my game online. I'm on YouTube, but they can't hear me through my headphones. So I'm gonna give you a call when I end this live stream, man. What's up, Gator? So I'm gonna drop this link, y'all. Y'all come on in, man, and talk to your boy. I mean, everybody in the chat. Come on in. Just stay for a few seconds if you can, man. Just talk to your boy. All right, I'm gonna drop this link. Come on in. I'm gonna tell you about what I mean by cocky, man. I'm not saying you cocky, man. I'm not saying. See one thing about me. I say things to get y'all attention. I say things. You ain't cocky. Nobody is cocky. I'm gonna tell you the reason why I say cocky. Cocky is like when you forget about the small man like me, and put people out there. You know what I mean? Cocky don't mean that word like you think it mean to me. When you help people, that's cocky to me. You know your stuff. You pass your stuff along. You ain't holding this stuff in. You passing it along like you do. You sent me so many formulas, so many messages, pictures to go by. JG, that's how you ain't stingy with your work. You passing your work along. So that's not being cocky. That's being comfortable and cocky. Passing your information on. That's how we learn from others. If SS paint his car away, if he just do this, exactly. There you go. Hey, Miss Susan, how you doing? I'm trying to get 2,300 subscribers, 2,400 subscribers right now, man. So at the end of the day, I'm trying to support everybody, man. I go by your live, like I seen your video that you did about the truck yesterday, JG. Yeah, I don't understand. I get the notifications late. Maybe I go on live too much. I don't understand. Somebody click that link and come on in, man. I'm thinking to everybody, man. I'm thinking to everybody. If you ain't subscribed to Miss Suzanne on the channel, man, make sure y'all. I'm talking about built truck. That broke my heart when I seen that, man. I ain't want to see that video. I'm like, wow. And the way that you said that 18-year-old kids did that, man, that broke my heart, bro. That broke my heart. That broke my heart. Uh, okay, I got you. And I'm telling you, man, that broke my heart. Yeah, when I seen that video, man, I'm like, wow. It brought back so many memories of my brother accident, man. So many memories. So many memories. That man car flipped over like this right here. His whole face on the right side, man. See him now. You see him like this right here. Walk around and see with all these cut marks in his face. And man, I'm telling you, man, got a bone right here. Gone. A metal rod right here. Screws up in here. Holding his nose to his man. Come on now. Get cold. He cannot work in the cold. His whole face shut down. He stayed with cold in his face. Man, I'm telling you, man, that happened in '98, and it's 2025 right now. Broke his arm, broke his leg. You know what I mean? Because he had a wood grain steering wheel in his car, man. He hit that steering wheel, knocked himself out. I'm telling you, that breaks my heart. Knowing that for a fact and that brought us closer together right there, man. That right there brought us closer together. You know, I'm thankful. I'm thankful to the Most High every day I wake up, man. That I haven't had like something like that happen to me. You know, I mean, I had a fender bender, but they gave us that surgery, man. I get teary out of it, man. But man, you find out real people, man. On you find some real people on YouTube, man. I thank y'all. Look at JG living like Steve Meade. If y'all know who Steve Meade is, Steve Meade that dude that in California do all them designs, them crazy designs. Now, JG, you part of that team. And I thank you for being part of our team too, JG. You know what I mean? Well, like I said before, bro, you would text me some all these numbers and pictures I need to see, that I want to see. It's over, man. He taught me how to read. He taught me how to read that my real deal. You know what I mean? Well, everybody do their part on my channel, man, and I thank y'all for being there. I got you. I got you. I got you. And I love the way JG is so vocal with his stuff too. He'll get your attention now. He'll get your attention. Hold on, man. See who's coming in. Gator. Gator, how you doing, Gator?
Good morning.
Top of the
How
morning.
are you doing? Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you great, man. How you doing, Gator?
I'm alive. My back feels a lot better. I've been home for about almost 2 weeks now.
Okay, Gator. How your wife doing?
She's doing good. She's putting up with my shit, so yeah. She's probably doing a little better than the rest of us here. How you doing, man?
I'm
What are
telling
you doing on a Sunday?
I'm telling you, I'm thankful, man. I'm thankful, man, to have, like I said before, man. I just go through a thanking mode, man, and just like thank everybody. I can't say all of y'all who I thank, man, for y'all make this 4,277 happen for me, man. I gotta thank y'all every day, and where I came from 2 years ago, where I'm at now, I never thought I'd be on 4K right now. Never thought that.
4K followers?
Yeah, 4K. Yeah. I
Got
I
4K
never thought.
followers. That's cool, man. That's cool. How long before you think it makes you any money?
Man, I'm making money now, but I don't get super chats like that. You know what I mean? So I want people in my videos. I made like $11. I need for watching my videos, but it don't matter. The money don't matter to me. It's just to meet new people, man. Meet new positive, influential people in my corner, man. That's what I need because y'all know I'm going through with my car, man. And you know what I mean. But at the end of the day, it's not about a super chat to me. It's about friendship. You know what I
I
mean?
have no clue how many followers I got, man. I just do this for the fun. I got to know you guys, you, Tulu, Cuddy, SS, all them boys, and shit. I like hanging out, man. I don't really care about my channel as far as getting likes. Um,
I'm the same way. If I drop one video today and get like one view, that's a blessing to me. I
yeah.
have 1,000 views. I want to. That's
Yeah.
everybody. Oh,
Well,
but
you're into it more than I am. You know, I don't put the type of effort that you do into it, you know.
but
So,
like people don't understand at me sometimes. People want to act like I'm this big Mr. Big Good at two shoes, and I have flaws too. Every man have flaws, but it's how you learn from your flaws to make you stand out from everybody.
yeah.
Everybody, every man. I don't know everything. I don't want to know everything. I want to come to that. I want to be dumb. You know. At the end of the day, man, I'm still learning. I'm still taking care of me and my people, man. And
Yeah.
I believe the more you put out there, the more you get back. That's why see that my video going viral. I don't care as long as I make a video, man. I know I did my best, and the real people know I did my best. That's all thing that matters. You know what I mean? Hands down.
You know, the one thing I noticed, you'll get guys like us, you know, between Elko, you, me, or whoever, you know, you'll see even a short, it'll go viral. And then, you know, you'll look at some short, it might be a dog crossing the road or whatever it being, and you'll see it and it'll go viral for some reason because it's cute or whatever. And then you go to their page and they don't have anything on any other of their videos. So what they did is they just hit that one thing that people want to see to laugh at or to enjoy watching. And then bang, next thing you know, that guy's going to have, you know, from that one short, he'll have 100,000 subscribers, you know. It's just being able to hit that one short or that one video that gets traction that sets these guys off, in my opinion.
Man, to me, man, I started YouTube doing unboxing, and I'm gonna end my YouTube doing unboxing. I don't turn riches. I don't go out here on lakes and stuff at times. At times, I don't. I just
On lakes.
I, I don't. I just chill, and I'm thankful to have people like you all, man, constantly in my face and constantly not saying a bad bug. I'm saying a good bug. You know what I
I
mean?
get you, man. Yeah, you support your friends, you know.
I don't come here to be messy and talk stuff about nobody. But if I
It
feel
creeps in, though.
if
I
I
mean, not with you. I'm not saying with you at all, but in our group, as the large, you know, you're going from Tulu all the way to the one dude that eats food in front of his camera all the time with the big beard.
I know you're talking about yeah.
And there's always going to be some kind of drama creeping in from somewhere. I've noticed it. I've watched it in here with you know, a couple of people. I ain't got nothing bad to say about them. You know, I mean, I'm not allowed to say anything according to the Lord, you know, because I'm not perfect. But
Nobody.
but yeah, there's going to be some drama, so you just kind of got to expect it a little bit and let it fall off your shoulder, man. Let it, you know, put that armor on to where no one's feelings get hurt, and just say, hey,
My
you
thing.
know,
If I can one thing I'm gonna say this right here. I'm gonna put this out there. I'm gonna turn the camera around so there might people watching me. But listen, I'm gonna tell you one thing about me. If I say my name and if I speak to somebody in the chat, speak to me in the chat. You know what I mean? Don't just say, hey, skip all over the person who's talking to you. No, speak. because you never know, that person might be going through something, need to hear this. You know what I mean? They might want to say top of the morning. They might have a long. I'm gonna get SS prime example. SS drive trucks for a living. If he might be going through a bad area, he might just need his top of the morning. If I'm looking at his message right here, I'm knowing his message. I'm not going to know. I'm gonna acknowledge everybody, man. Life is too short to sit here and just hold whatever you got against whoever. Let that stuff go, man. YouTube world is YouTube world. You know what I mean? YouTube world is YouTube world. And the thing is, everybody don't know everything, man. You ain't got a book. Let me find a book. Hold on a minute. If I pull this Ford Fiesta book out right here, I go to this manual. It's a shortcut book. Everybody knows a shortcut behind this manual right here. Did you see this book right here? You can read the book all day long, find all the answers you need. But they're telling you on paper how to do it. But most people learn from other people. Most people learn from pictures. Most people learn everything.
Everybody learns different, man. They soak it in different ways. I can't soak it in ways that you probably soak that information in, but
right.
I could read a book 20 times and not tell you what it was about. You know, when I'm talking to somebody and they're teaching me something, that for me personally, that works the better way, you know.
Like I'm gonna give promise out like Tulu did. Tulu did something that gave me his respect. You know, he helped me. You know what I mean? He been on my team. Don't get me wrong now. But when he sit down and talk to me through it, that motivated me to do my project now. You know what I mean? That was motivational.
Yeah, he's a hard guy not to like, man. He's pretty. There's no one like Kula, that's for sure.
All military cocky people. I'm not saying cocky in a bad way, but we all learn from each other, man. That will make our community so good. You know, everybody is not strong in every department. You know, even Superman was not strong enough. He could not bite that bullet from that kryptonite bullet. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, nobody's Superman out here. So don't act like you Superman.
Yeah, stay humble.
That's how you go.
You know, I've learned that in the later part of my life. I strive to that. You know, I don't like my ego.
You know, I'm just tired of all the bickering and fussing and behind the scenes talks. You know what I mean? Or what you gotta say with your chest out. You know what I mean? Say it like a man. Like your daddy taught you, right? My granddaddy taught me that. Say it with your chest. You stand on business.
Yeah, and if you don't feel like you can, you know, confront that person in an honest conversation that's not hateful, then you just kind of space yourself away from that person.
Got to, man, because like I said,
unlike or whatever it may be, unsubscribe.
Exactly. I don't have time for negative people want to see you fall all the time. I don't have time for that.
Yeah.
I don't have time. We trying to build a team. You know what I mean? We ain't trying to build. If we want to still be segregated, we'll be back in the war. You know what I mean?
I feel like that's a spiritual thing, man. You get a type of person that gets enjoyment from seeing tragedies, misery, you know, and then you get a certain person that's not like that, you know, that wants to see him succeed, you know, isn't more excited, you know, to see him fail than succeed. And that's people in general. That's black and white, you know, that's night and day is how I look at it. You know, I was the kind of guy that liked to see people fail, and then I started getting more spiritual with the Lord. Now I'm halfway there, you know. I'm a little bit of both.
Yeah.
So, man, that's a spiritual thing, in my opinion. You know?
You gotta think about it, man. If somebody come in your life want to apologize for doing anything wrong, let the man talk. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I ain't gonna force nobody to talk to me. That's one thing I'm not gonna do. That, you know, because you don't like that response. You know, if they might say something to tick you back off again. So just if you want to keep that energy going, leave me out of it. You know what I mean? I'm tapping out now.
Yeah. Yeah, man. The world's never going to have a shortage of assholes. It's how we handle them. You know,
I got you, JG.
and anger ain't the way to do it.
Exactly. What's that gonna happen? How's that gonna happen? You
That
talk
brings their pain and it puts it on you, and it doesn't solve anything.
exactly. I don't want to know everything. I promise you, I don't. I don't want to know everything. I want to stay. I want to be like my son. Stay learning. You know,
Yeah,
yeah. How old I could be 80 something years old with a walking stick like this right here. I want to stay learning. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
that's just how I am. I'm gonna learn until the wheels fall off. I
Huh.
mean, so at the end of the day, well, I got that support. I got that team in my corner. That's all I need. I might be doing the stuff that he doing crazy stuff. Like what the world he doing? He's handling some stuff or he mixing stuff right. Like me when I build these boxes, man, that's my safe haven when I build these boxes. I don't build boxes for everybody now, but I build boxes to make me feel comfortable. Like, okay, when I built this box in my truck, it took me 4 months to build this box. I wasn't rushing for this box. I wanted this box to be perfect. I want to be big enough to hold what I got going on. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I'm gonna take my time. It might take me. The average person might take 2 months for this box. I did it in 4. Cause I want to make sure it was perfect. You know what I mean? Make sure it was sturdy enough. Make sure I had my bracing right. That's what I think about a house. You start with the foundation first. Get your foundation right first. Then you build up. You don't start building up first, then do your foundation. No, you start at the bottom, then go up. You know what I mean? So miss me with all that messy stuff, man. Leave me out of it.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I just tune out,
And
and
it's kind of hard to.
I see Tulu gets down to the bottom of a lot of stuff on his Friday night get-togethers.
Uh, yeah.
And I try to stop by, to say hi and listen to what's what. But I take off, to be honest with you. And it ain't nothing against anybody there. It's just, I don't do well around drinking,
Me, me,
because of my past with it.
me, 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 me either. Me either. I try my best. Like I say, people be in the scenes, but not in the scenes. I got projects I'm doing over here. You
Come
know
here.
what I mean? So I'm not gonna keep no mess going. I know I need somebody to help.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna burn a bridge. No, I need man. No, that's no. I'm not gonna burn a bridge.
yeah. Right now, I'm watching a friend of mine had to go to the hospital and get an ankle replacement. He got hurt in the Navy.
Oh wow.
So, so I've got his dog, and this is him right here. This is Gino.
Oh wow.
And him and Charlie have been hanging out, and they're both about the same size. And they have about 2 days where they play with, or about 2 times a day when they play together.
Oh wow.
And I almost need to lock them in separate rooms because they get crazy, knocking over furniture and everything else. Right now, they're pretty chill.
I got you.
He's hanging out. He's a good little dog. And but man, they get really rambunctious. Those two little dogs. I ought to make a short of that. It'll probably go viral.
Trust me, my dogs do too. Cause
You
she
know,
my female. Hold on, man. Somebody coming in.
yeah.
What's up, JG?
AG. Here we go.
I'm just tired of all this competing stuff, man. I know more than you. I ain't gonna tell you nothing. I'm just tired of all that stuff, man. That's just
Yeah, man. That's a spiritual thing you can't solve, brother.
exactly.
You know. I mean, just pray for him. That's all you can do.
That's all.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah. I wish somebody prayed for me a little harder when I was younger, because I was not. I was a pretty big asshole, in my opinion. Now of me.
I
You
got
know.
I got
But, yeah. But anyway, just me thinking that way now, it just makes me realize that I am making effort or making progress in
I got
my
you. I got you. I'm trying to
What's going
find
on, JG? How you doing, brother?
I'm good, fellas. Y'all?
You
I'm
can't
good,
complain.
man. I'm trying to find some cleaning. I had some cleaners I used to clean my cars out with.
You looking for what?
Some cleaning, some. I had there you go, a spray bottle with my
Oh,
flies in it. That's the wrong bottle though. I try to clean my cars out every day. I'm bored like this. I found the bottle I had the other day. It was a full bottle.
Oh, man, them dogs always want in your lap.
Yeah, you need a puppy. I'm gonna have some puppies soon, man. For another 4 or 5 months, I'm gonna have some puppies, man. You need a puppy, let me know. I ain't trying to have all these puppies over here, man.
Yeah, I'm in the little dog thing anymore. I used to have Dobermans, and they were really good dogs. It's just I don't have the room for them. And this little dog, I got one little dog, and he's enough to take care of. And I'm realizing that now that I'm babysitting my friend's little dog,
I got you. I got
watching where he's going to go piss in my house. Give me
you.
a second, fellas. I got to check on this dog.
Mm-mm. Yeah, like I said before, man, I thank everybody who came by my church, helped me out, and also on some things, and disrespect me by going up on me. What are you doing? No, thank y'all for being solid with me, man. That's all I'm doing, man. Thanking everybody. Cause right now, I got a project going on now, which is the axles and stuff like that. Put them in when I get them on the 30th, and I'm telling you, man, it's I already know what to do. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna make my video. I'm gonna break everything down to you. You're like, just trying to make it some video, man. That's all. At the end of the day, that's all I'm trying to do. Small things, man. And just until I get my car shipped. You know what I mean? And just stay true to y'all. Stay true to y'all. What's up, JG?
Not much. Just working on the C10.
Yes, sir.
Just working on this.
Oh wow.
Just working on this.
How far you got till you get done?
Oh, I ain't never done. I ain't never done. Let's
And
see. I got to run the stainless steel braided lines for the airlines. I got to put aluminum radiator in. Got to put the blow through box in. Got to paint the inside. Got to send the interior out to Texas to have it done. Got to strip the rest of the truck down, put it in primer. Got to build the metal bed floor and do all the bead rolling. To build the floor because the bed floor is going to be solid all the way across. So it ain't going to have them notches in it. You won't be able to see the stuff that's hidden there. Oh, me. Let's see. I got to paint the engine bay. I got to do all the interior. I got to put lights underneath it. I got to put all the stereo inside of it. I got to put the 3 alternator bracket on the engine for 3 alternators. I got a lot.
That's a good
Yeah,
looking truck.
I got
you,
a lot.
That's the
hey, JG, you ever did hydraulics, man? Like on low riders out of California type hydraulics?
Yeah, actually, my first vehicle was a '93 Toyota pickup. It had hydraulics on it, and actually, that's funny that you say that because that '84 Cutlass that I got,
Yeah.
all the hydraulics will be here next week for it. That's why I got that other frame. I'm gonna put hydraulics on it.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm doing two reds. Let's see, JoJo built me 2 red pumps, polished lines. 8-inch cylinders in the front, 8-inch cylinders in the front with 3 3/4 ton springs in the front. Doing 2-ton springs in the rear with 10-inch cylinders. I'm going to build a chain bridge. I'm going to box the whole chassis. I'm gonna box the whole chassis, reinforce everything, extend the front A arms plus one. I'm gonna cut the factory A arms. I'm gonna extend them out an inch. I'm gonna put blazer front spindle. I'm gonna put blazer front drop spindles on the front. All blazer brakes on the front and the back. Then I got the engine mounts coming. They're supposed to be here next week to put the LS. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the LS, the transmission, build the exhaust. I'm gonna do everything on that donor chassis, and then I'm gonna weld all of our stuff up, weld everything back up, build the chain bridge, cross braces, and then I'm gonna take it all back apart. I'm gonna media blast it, and then I'm gonna high build epoxy, and then I'm gonna hand sand the whole frame, and then I'm gonna paint the whole frame, and then I'm gonna pinstripe it and gold leaf it.
So how long is that?
It'd probably take me a year to finish it.
I know. And another thing, JG, when you sent me, I seen when you had sent me a message on here. I want to tell you about the body bushing we were talking about the other night on my car. The
Mm,
body bushings.
yeah.
So I am gonna do that myself too before it leave because just for some content. So I'm gonna get with you on the back leg with this right here if you got time. You know what I
It
mean?
it it'll be easy for all you have to do is um get the car sitting on all four wheels and then
Right.
go to the back, and at the back where the rear bumper's at, you have you have two on each side. There's one right there at the frame rail, and then there's one about 8 inches in front of that, right. So there's two at the very back. There's one. So if you lay underneath the car and look up, there's two 15 millimeter bolts. No, they're 14s at the back. There's two 14 millimeter bolts at the back, and you take your impact and you put on them, and you take them out through the bottom.
Okay.
You take the bolt out, and then the bushing sets on top. So you got the frame, and then you got the bushing, and then you got the car. So you take the bolt out the bottom, take the bolt out of the bottom, take those two loose, and then go in front of the wheel, go in front of your wheel, and where the torque box is, there's another one right there. Take that one loose and take the other one loose. And then what you do is take like a 2x4 or a board or something and lay it underneath your gas tank and take your floor jack and jack up on your gas tank just a little bit. Just put a little bit of pressure on it. By putting a little bit of pressure on it, what you're going to do is you should be able to separate the body from the chassis just enough to take those bushings out and put the new bushings in, and
Okay.
then set it back down, and then do the next one, and then do the next one, and do the next one, and do it like that all the way up to the front. And you can do them. You can do them by yourself. It just takes time to do it, and the body will flex just enough to get the ones out and then put the new ones in. So you're going to have, so if you go at the very front of the frame, you raise the hood and you look down in the court,
Yeah,
raise
yeah.
the hood and you
I know.
look down
I see what you're
on
talking about.
the, when you raise the hood and you look down at the core support, there's one to the left and there's one to the right. The nut on the top you have to hold. It's a 14. So you just put like a pair of pliers or something, or channel locks, and clamp on it, and then go underneath it and take those two bolts out. That is for the core support. Then the next one is right behind the front wheel where the torque box is at, where the torque box comes down and turns and it gets real fat and wide.
Yeah.
If you look right up in there, there's a hole about that big around it. If you look up in there, there's a bolt in there.
Okay.
That's a 15. Take
Okay.
that bolt out, and then if you go probably, I don't know, 18 inches back from that one, there's
Mm.
another one into the frame rail. You know where the frame rail is still C channel and your fuel lines is running in through the channel?
Uh-huh.
There's another one right there. So you got two at the front, two at the torque box, two right behind the torque box, two behind that before the back wheel. Then when you go over the arch at the back wheel and it goes level where your gas tank is, you got two there. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You got 12 of them.
Okay.
Yeah, you
I,
can do it. You can do it with a floor jack. I do it. I do it all the time with square bodies and stuff, and G bodies and GTOs and stuff. You can replace them without taking the body off. You just have to get it up high enough to get the old bushing out. And when you get the old bushing out, the new bushing is going to be thicker, so you might have to pick it up just a little bit higher to get the new bushing in, and then drop it in there.
okay. Okay.
It's
Okay.
going to make a difference. So when you put new bushings in, everything's going to change. Everything's going to change. Your body lines are going to change. Everything's going to change, because a lot of people don't understand when a body bushing wires out and sags, your body is actually sagging. So if let's say that would be a good thing to do too. I would measure, I would this is what, let me see if I can turn this camera around. Well, I can just do it this way like this. What I would do on your car is I would measure from the corner of your fender to the edge of your door at the top. I would measure from the corner of your fender to the corner of your door at the bottom on the front.
Okay.
And then what I would do is I would measure from the corner of the fender to the corner of the hood on the front.
Mm,
And that'd probably be about all on that car because you don't have nothing else. I would
mm.
measure that number and I would write it down. And then I would put new body bushings in and then I'd remeasure that number. Because what happens is the body bushings on the front, especially on these trucks. So the core support bushings at the front, if they wear out and sag, what happens is the whole front end sags down. That means if the body gaps right here are not right, and you try to adjust the fender to get the body gap right here, here, and here, most of the time, and the body gaps here and all the way across the front, most of the time what's wrong is the body bushings is wore out or collapsed and the whole body is sagging forward. Same thing on the side of the cab. So if this body line right here, which you can see, this body line's not right. So this body line right here and this body line's not right. And the reason why is because there's no shims underneath this bed because it's just sitting there. But what happens is there's four body bushings on this cab. If the cab bushings are wore out, most of the time this sags down and it's low. And also it puts pressure on the door where the door won't shut and it drags. So
Okay.
there's a lot more to it than them body bushings. Let me see if I got an old one over here.
What is that? An 88?
No, 86.
Oh, all right.
That's 86.
I
So
had an
here's
87.
here is some. Hold on, let me put this down. Here's some. God, look out that red. Hang tight. Here is here's an old body bushing. I just didn't use them, and the bolts that you're going to be taking out is going to look like sort of like this.
Yeah,
So they're going to look like this with a big old washer on them. And well, go ahead.
I got you.
Yeah, so it kind of looks like that right there. But this is a core support bushing for Camaro. So this would actually set on one side and then this would set on the other side and it'd squeeze it in and then the radiator support sets on that and that's what keeps the radiator support from flexing back and forth. I thought I had some more. I don't throw these away. I keep them for other stuff. I cut them up and use them. But that makes a big difference. Body bushings. You can change the body bushings on a vehicle and completely change out a lot of stuff because this truck here has two at the front, the cab has four, and the bed has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The bed has 8 bolts that bolt the bed down. And there was a guy one time, he said, "Hey man, my bed's not lining up." And he brought it over and I said, "You didn't put no shims underneath it." And he's like, "What are you talking about?" I said, "There's shims that go between the frame rails and the bottom of the bed to get it adjusted." And he said, "There wasn't none there when I took it off." And I said, "It don't matter that they wasn't there when you took it off. They're supposed to be there." And he's like, "Really?" I said, "Yeah, man, there's a shim pack. That's how you adjust everything." And that fits everything, the tailgate, the bumper, a lot of that stuff, man. A lot of that stuff fits. I wonder if I can get a signal down here and I can show you. I can show you on this frame. Let me see. I'm gonna walk down here. It might glitch for just a second because I got to jump on the other Wi-Fi router. So just hang tight.
All right. So like I said, I'm trying to learn how to do these body bushings in my car, man. So I'm gonna order a set. They on eBay for like $89. So I'm gonna go ahead and get a set off eBay. Cause I went on what's name, they're $150 on in that G body book. But I ain't trying to pay that price, but I will pay $150 for them versus what I'm paying for them in the body book.
Am I back?
Yeah, you bet.
All right. Let me show you. All right, let me see if I can turn this camera around without breaking it. More settings, camera, back. There we go. All right, look. So you got.
Get it on.
All right, so right here you got a body bushing right here. This is at the core support. Okay.
Okay.
So when you raise the hood,
Well, that could look good, boy. I
yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah. All right. So when you raise the hood, it's right. See it right there.
Sir.
That
Yes.
you
Yep.
see that?
Mm-hmm.
That's your first one right there. Okay. All right. So that's that one. That's that one right there. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Then your second one is right here. Okay.
Okay.
So you have to get it from the bottom. So you have to go underneath the torque box, and the bolt goes all the way through right here. So your body bushing is sitting right here, and the car's sitting on it. So you have to take it out, and then you jack the car up, and then you take this body bushing out. So that's the next one. So you got one on that side and one on that side. All right.
Mm.
Then I told you what, about 18 inches. So that's 9, 18, another 9. So about 32 inches. There's another one. And you have to go up between this hole to get it. You see, here's that body bushing.
Mm-hmm.
So you got 1, 2, 3. There's a third one on the passenger side, and then right here at the torque box, there's another one right here. You go through the bottom of this hole, and right here's the next one.
Okay.
All right.
Happy birthday, Lee. Happy birthday, Lee.
So then you come over the rear end. This is not a body bushing. This is just a rubber isolator. The
So,
body actually
so
sets on this, but there's
I,
no bolt on that.
I
So
got a
you
question. I
go
got
ahead.
so can them be replaced too?
These these here,
Yeah.
yeah. You'd have to pick you'd have to separate the body way high to get these, because you'd have to come up. You'd have to reach up through here to grab this to pull this out, because in the trunk of the car, I'm gonna show you where they're at. You see that nipple right there?
Yeah.
You see that bump right there?
Uh-huh.
That's where it's sitting at. So that's where it's at. So you would have to pick the car up like massive.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
you'd have to pick it up. You
Cause
Yeah,
the,
you if you picked it up like 4 inches here, 5 inches here, man, you'd probably be, you know, 10 or 12 inches here at the back, to get this one. I've never seen these go bad, but not saying that they are. You know what I mean?
so I
Um,
asked on JG because when the tow truck brought my car home, like when he lowered off the truck, he pushed in the garage, and that thing just flew out of there. That piece you just showed me just flew out of there.
this one,
Yeah.
well, there's one here and there's one on that side too.
Okay.
This is what it looks like, right? I took this one out yesterday. Uh, it actually blew out with a pressure washer. But this goes right here like that. It's got a part number on the side of it. Yeah, look at there. Look, there's the part number. GM488610. That's the part number.
I'm gonna order when I get ready to get my car painted. I'm gonna do all that then.
And then when you come over the wheel arch right here at the back, you
Mm,
got one right here. This one's a 14. I don't know why they done it, but this one's a 14 millimeter bolt. Um, and then you got this one right here. So you got this one and this one at the back.
mm-hmm.
So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You got 12 all together.
I got you. I got you.
12 all together.
I got you.
hmm So this come out of a 79 Monte Carlo,
Oh,
which 78 to 88 G bodies, metric 78 to 88 G bodies, all the chassis are the same. They're all except the Grand National. Grand National is different.
I got you. I got you.
So they're all the same. So
Uh,
yeah, I'm going to take and cut. I'm gonna blow it all apart and sandblast it, media blast it. But I'm gonna cut these. I'm gonna cut here, and I'm gonna add an inch here, and then I'm gonna plate this, and then I'm gonna put uh different ball joints in it. And then I'm gonna extend that. By extending this out an inch, will change my casting camera out an inch, so I can get better
turn.
drivability on it.
I got
So,
you.
but yeah, here's the uh here's the engine right there.
LS.
Yeah, yeah, Yes, 2003 LM7. Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay, okay,
It come out of 2003 Chevrolet pickup truck.
okay. You
Um,
got the transmission too, or you
yeah,
don't?
no, I got it all. I got it all.
Okay then. Okay, I got it. I,
Hold on, I can't hear you. Hold on. That sound gun right there. Do what now?
I see the I see the transmission now.
Yeah, it's everything. It's all of it. So
It,
I got engine mounts ordered. They're supposed to be here next week, so I'm gonna take those off, put the engine mounts, pick this up, and I'm just gonna set it right back in the. I'm gonna take these out because
mm,
the new ones come with new ones, and I'm gonna bolt it right back in the spot, and I'm gonna set the engine in. I'm gonna take this cross member out, and I'm gonna build a cross member, and I'm gonna go ahead and set the engine in it to get everything where it's at, and then just keep doing little odd and end things on it. I'm gonna cut. I'm gonna cut all this out. I'm gonna cut this all the way across. I'm gonna drill these. I'm gonna cut all this off of here, and take this perch off and that perch off, and then I'm gonna build a chain bridge. I'm gonna build a cross member. It's actually 7 inches in the center with a 2 inch lip, so it actually looks like a piece of C channel is what it looks like. And then I'll put these, they call these smokestacks is what they call these. I'll put, I'll make two new ones, and then there'll be a piece of 2x2 tubing that is from the center of the pinion over 3 inches this way and 3 inches that way. And then I will take the rear end out and brace it up and then build a chain bridge and then run chain lengths from the chain bridge this way and this way. And then I'll put a piece of DOM tubing through the center where the hydraulic cylinder can slide through, and it'll be 2-ton springs on the back, half stacks, and 3 3/4 springs on the front, full stacks on the
yeah,
front.
yeah.
But
The year to build that car? Wow, that's crazy.
yeah, I'm gonna weld everything up. I'm gonna box everything. I'm gonna plate everything. Well, I'm gonna smooth everything out, and then I'm gonna blow it apart. I'm gonna sandblast it, and then I'm gonna epoxy it, and then I'm gonna high build it, and then I'm gonna hand sand the whole frame and make it slick, and then I'm gonna paint it that orange, and then I'm gonna pinstripe it and probably gold leaf it, and then put it all back together, and I'm gonna run all new brake lines, all of it. So it'll probably take me. I can do this and that at the same time. I can do all the body work on that, and then when this is done, I'll take that body off of that chassis, put it on the rotisserie. I got to fix the back floor pans, and I'll weld them up, seam them, and then I'll sand the whole bottom of the car, and then I'll paint the bottom of the car on the rotisserie, and then I'll take that body and set it on this chassis. After I paint the bottom and the firewall, then I'll take that body and set that body on this chassis, and then I'll paint the whole car. So,
Mm, mm,
yeah.
mm.
Do you know what this is right here? You know what that is? Your car still got it. I seen it the other day. You know what
Okay,
that is?
but no, I don't.
All right. You see that says JC, but it's
Yeah,
upside down, right? It says JC and it's upside down.
yeah.
This car over here has one and it says HL. So here's a little bit of fun fact for you. So when the G bodies come through the assembly line, they were upside down.
Okay,
So when they come through the assembly line to get put together, the whole chassis was upside down on the assembly line. So it was upside down. So when it came down the assembly line, everybody that worked at the plant,
that's they
when
stamp.
when they see HL, that tells them what options this frame gets,
I
what the
got
suspension, the brakes, the springs, every that tells them. I got a code book in there that breaks it down, but that tells them everything that this chassis gets. And then when it gets to the end of the line, they flip it back over, they put the wheels on it, and then they start setting the engine. They start doing all that stuff because now they know what it is. See, that one's got HL, and this one's got JC. And I actually found the build sheet to this car under the back seat. So that day that you was opening your door and you had that stuff behind your door. And then I said, man, that's the build sheet. Don't
yeah,
throw that away.
yeah,
It
yeah.
usually the build sheet's under the back seat, or it's right here, put onto this rail right here with a hog ring plier. And that build sheet tells you I got one in here right here, I'll show you.
Different every day, man.
Huh?
And you learn something different every day. Damn,
Man, I've been doing this forever, man.
that's crazy, man. I ain't never thought the initial was meant all that, man.
Oh, I got it put up. Okay, so behind your seat, or under your seat, under your back seat, when you take your back seat out, it's gonna be brittle. So you got to be careful. There's if it's nobody's never been under before, there's a build sheet underneath there, and that build sheet is
Mm-hmm.
the sheet that went with the car when it was ordered. So you got all these numbers. See all these numbers and stuff.
Uh-huh.
This it says service parts identification, and then you got the VIN number, and then you got all these codes
I
on
kept
there.
I kept mine. I did, Vaughn.
So all these codes are the options that this car had. So I teach a class at the college that tells you how to decipher those codes, and
Okay.
tells you if the car come with this or this or this or that or what. That deciphers everything. That is actually the build sheet. So back in the day when people would go to the dealerships and order their car, they would actually tell the salesman or saleswoman what they wanted. Okay, I want this. I want muffler delete. I want this. I want that. I want a big block. I want 4-speed. I want this. I want that. And they would put those codes on that order sheet, and they would order your car. And then that order sheet would go to either Flint Hill, Michigan, or it would go to California, or it would go to Deerfield. Yeah, Dearborn. It would go to Dearborn to the manufacturer. It would come through the assembly line, and they say, okay, Kevin ordered him a 1986 Cutlass, and this is what he wants. He wants this. And then they build your car, and they send it out the door, and that is your car and your build sheet.
I got you.
That's how that works.
I
Can't
got
do that no more.
I got you.
Yeah, can't do that no more.
That's why me personally, man. I'm learning. Thank you for educating me on that stuff, man. Because if I take my seats out, I'm gonna save that stuff and put it up to the side, and I can save keeping it. You know what I mean? So it won't get messed up, man. I'm telling you, man. You teaching me a lot of stuff, bro.
See,
Thank you.
there's also a company that you can give them. Let me walk back down here. There's also a company you can give them your VIN number, and you can give them your VIN number, and they can reprint a window sticker for your car. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that on the 86. I'm going to do that on this Cutlass. And what that means is basically they will reprint you. It will be a reprint of the window sticker of your car. So if you was when you walked on the dealership in 1985 and you was looking for a Buick Regal or Cutlass, whatever, and you walk by, and that window sticker that's in the window that tells you all the options and the price,
Yeah.
they will reprint you one. And a lot of people at car shows have them in their car to show, hey, this is what shows how much it costs and whatever. It's just a cool little thing to add to the car. It's like documentation. But having a build
Right,
sheet,
right, Vaughn.
having the build sheet, the original owner's manual, and all that stuff, a lot of people just throw that stuff away. But
Oh no,
that's
no.
actually documentation. I mean, that's the history. So that car, you're telling a story. So like when I did my 54, here in North Carolina, you can pay like an extra $30 or $40 at the DMV to do a history on the car, and
Okay.
then they will send you all the paperwork from the time that car was bought, how much it was bought when it was bought brand new, every time it was re-registered, every time it was sold. It has all the documentation. So in 1954, April 16th, 1954, my Bel Air, my two-door Bel Air was sold for $1,900 in 1954, and the guy bought it, and he bought it.
How much?
It was dark brown with a white top, had brown interior, 235 straight six, three on the tree, had all the Bel Air trim and chrome on it. And then I bought it 50 years later. I bought it from him, and it was junk, and then I redone it. But I got all the stuff every time he renewed the tags, every time he paid the taxes, everything. I got all that documentation in a
It,
book, every bit of it.
honestly, I have all that for my car too as well. Like all the maintenance sheets and every time it been in the shop, I got all
Let's
the,
see.
you know what I mean, everything. Yes, sir. He know his business, man.
Yeah, so here's the colors.
Okay then.
Yeah,
What
there's
makes
the colors.
What makes you do it orange though?
This I just like orange. I like orange and greens and pearls. I like greens. I like oranges. I like teal colors. I like pinstripe and stuff. Yeah, so this is my 54. So I just like teals. I mean teals, greens, oranges. I just like those colors.
Uh,
Um, yeah. So yep. But yep.
so you say when
Yep.
you order that bill sheet, can you let me know the number or the website to get it from? I guess he dropped down, y'all. I give a few more minutes. He'll click back in if I clear him out. There you go.
Yeah, I had to jump on the other Wi-Fi.
Okay.
I got two routers. I got a router up here and a router down there, so I had to jump back on this one. Yeah, whenever I find that number, I hadn't got that far yet, but whenever I get that far, I'll share it because there's some other people that are interested in that number for those window sticker stuff. So,
Yeah.
okie dokie.
You know what? You got it, JG. I'm telling you, talking me something this morning. I ain't never. Hey, I was itching to take that stuff off, but I said, "Huh? Can I take?"
Uh,
I was
mm.
itching. Nah.
Yeah, it's the build sheet. It's all the options of that vehicle. Um, it,
I'm talking,
it
talking about the things in the tire wheel in the back of the car. The
Oh,
new.
you can pop it out. I mean, it's plastic. You can pop it out if you don't want it in there, but I wouldn't throw it away. I mean, it's just part. I mean, a lot of people take them out. But it's just documentation of the car. I mean, it just lets them know that code let the builders know coming down the assembly line what that chassis got.
I
Um,
got. I ain't
so
know what
it's
it was, man. I
yeah. A lot of people don't know what it is and they take it off and they never know. But uh, when I worked at Petty's, see, a lot of vehicles we had to build back to original specs. So like they'd have books up there that would tell you like how much overspray went over on something. For even example, like let me see if I can raise this hood on this truck. A lot of people don't even know this. Um, I've never seen it on the G body. Not saying that it's not on there, but I've never seen it on the G body. But I can show you on this truck right here. So here's something else that they would do too. Yeah. All right, let me see. I'm just turning around. If you can you see that number at the back of the block? You see that number at the back of the firewall? Nine something. You see it?
yeah, I see it. Yeah, in the corner right there.
Yeah, it says it's like somebody wrote a white Sharpie in there.
Uh huh.
That is from the manufacturer. That's when it went down the assembly line. And when the guy on the assembly line was in the assembly line, that code means something. And he had to write that number in that firewall. That 79 GMC that I got out there, it's got like 572 or something. And it's wrote with a yellow paint pen on the firewall. That is a number that goes back to the assembly book that tells you something that means. And there's so many numbers, I can't keep up with what all of them mean. You have to look in the book. But at Petty's, when we was doing cars and stuff and restoring them back to period correct, we'd have to put those numbers and you'd have to try and we'd have a picture of what it looked like and you try to match the writing that somebody did 60 years ago to kind of because when it would go to concourse when you would go see there's all kinds of shows but then when you go like to concourse is everything period correct. I mean everything. There's people that come out there and it's big money. I mean big money. And you got those purists and they have everything has to be exactly 100% as accurate as possible and they grade you on that. So we did me and four guys, I was a part of a team, me and four guys, we did a 70 Superbird. It was vitamin C 440 car and it was a true Superbird, and it was owned by the Potosi brothers in New Jersey. And when it went to Mopar's archives, when they inspected that car, it scored a 96 point something out of 100 of being perfect, like
Wow,
it was for the day it run off the showroom floor. So,
wow,
and
wow,
it's big money, and they valued that car like at 2.9 mil. You know what I mean?
wow.
So
How
I
much?
mean, I didn't make that. I mean, I was getting paid by the hour. So it was me and four guys that worked at Petty's,
How
and we
much?
done that call.
I'm gonna
Hmm?
show you something. Let me go in the house and get my keys. I gotta show you something.
All right. Well, I don't see your screen. The screen's black.
I was doing something.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And
Yeah.
then I got to get back to it.
All right, hold on. Let me get my keys. I'll be right back.
Get that thing be hot as I'll get at.
All right, I'm Gigi. Is that
Yeah.
Gigi? All right. Let me set my camera around. You might could tell me.
Talking in birds.
Let me turn this camera around. All right, here we go. Right here is my. Is this right here? How it's moving? What causes this right here?
What's moving?
My steering wheel. See that?
Oh, turn it on the side where I can see where the steering wheel hooks to the column. No,
Yeah.
no, go back up to where the wheel's at.
Right.
Oh,
Right here.
yeah, right there. Now do it again. Go up a little higher, right there. You see where the key's at?
Yeah.
Go like you're going towards the wheel, like going towards the steering wheel. Right there,
Right.
right there. That seam right there. Put the camera on that. There's a bush in it. There's a you need a rebuild kit right there. There's a bushing in there. It looks. I mean, it's grainy, but usually that's a tilt column. Is that a tilt column?
Yeah.
Okay. Usually tilt columns right in there in that area where it's flexing back like that. There's a bushing in there and it's probably wore out. So you'd have to take the horn button off, and then there's a bolt or a nut, not a bolt. There's a nut that holds the steering wheel onto the steering shaft. You have to
Okay.
get a steering wheel. You have to get a steering wheel puller from AutoZone or O'Reilly's and pull the steering wheel out. But you need to get a steering wheel bushing rebuild kit, and there's a bushing in there. I'm not particularly sure on how that one's done, but there's a bushing in there that makes it does that right there where it flex back and forth from. I tell you what that's from. That's from this right here. Let me show you. Let me show you. Let me show you what that's from.
Hold on. Let me see.
Let me show you what that's from. Everybody, we all guilty of it, especially that. This is what this is from. That's that's from that Cadillac Lane. Got the wheel tilted all the way down, and you got your hand pulled on the top. You putting pressure on the so you putting pressure on that bushing. It's that Cadillac lean. Everybody's guilty of it.
All
I'm
right.
guilty of it.
Let
I'm
me let me
guilty of
let me
it.
show you one more thing. Show you one more thing.
What's that?
Hold on. Let me show you. Let me go to my camera. Hold on a minute. Let me go one more thing to show you. This might get the same type of effect. Let me show you. Hold on, back camera. Here we go. Right here, right? I got my keys, right? Just had to put my car in drive. You can't hardly see it,
Mm-hmm.
but right up in here. Yes, you see this right here?
I see the gauge cluster.
You see this where it is? Right there. See that right there?
Yeah, your selector.
Yeah, watch this. Why it's not going in gear? It going. See it? It's not moving.
Okay, on the. Let me see if I can show you on this truck right here. Yep, let me show you. Let me turn this camera around. Where we at? Not now. Camera, more settings, camera, back camera.
Thing.
All right. Okay, here we go. All right. It's not exactly the same, but it's the same concept. All right. So I got the gauge cluster I got the cluster took off. All right. You see how this is a GM too. So it's basically the same concept. So when I turn this, you see that right there? You see that? You see all that stuff moving?
Yeah.
All right. The, so same concept. There's a string that hooks from here to here. And
Okay.
usually what happens a lot times in these trucks, this right here breaks or that little thing breaks and it won't let the selector move over because there's a mechanism in there that matter of fact, Bill was looking for one because every gauge cluster he was looking at the junkyard, this right here was broke. And matter of fact, you can already see that one's cracked.
Mm-hmm.
See it's cracked, it's separated. So I got a new gauge cluster for this. Um, that's what happens. What happens is it puts pressure on that right there, and this breaks, and then this little crude thing that GM come up with that little string over here to pull this mechanism breaks, and it just you have to take the whole. You're gonna have to take the whole gauge cluster, not the gauge, the whole trim pieces out, and look and see how that mechanism works. I'll tell you a good book that you would probably need to go get is either you can get it on Amazon or you can get it on get it at AutoZone or iAdvance. Any part store has it. It is the service manual for the vehicles. I
I got.
told TJ, you
I
got
got.
one for your car?
I got one for my car. Yeah.
All right, well that's great. So if you got one, you just have to go to this section in that book and just look and kind of just match what you have and take the gauge cluster cover off so you can get to all this stuff in here so you can see because um on this truck that was one thing and then my oil pressure I know I have oil pressure, but every now and then the oil pressure would jump up and it would just like it'd have it like it had damn Tourette's. It'd just sit there and just jump. Well, the easiest thing to do is change the oil pressure sending unit, which is on the bottom of the block. So it's like $8. So I changed that. It still didn't fix it. It still just it would go crazy. So then I checked the grounds and they were good. Well, that tells me that the little servo thing in here that makes his gauge actually work right was bad. And you can rebuild these, but um, I like the gauge cluster that has the tack right here. This it's the speedometer and the tack. It's actually in the Chevrolet had a different version where it was like a little bit higher class gauge cluster. I had a GMC Sierra Classic one time that had the speedo, and then you don't have the clock. You lose the clock because the fuel goes where the clock's at, and then this is the tack. And then they got another one where you got to rob Peter to pay Paul because there ain't but so many spots that you can put stuff in. So I like it where it has the tack right here where you can see the RPMs. I just like it. So the new gauge cluster that I have has all this stuff new. and has the gauge cluster with the tack, and then the fuel is moved to where the clock's at. So you got the fuel, the battery, the oil pressure, and the temp. Same thing with the temp. The temp was acting crazy. It would go hot, cold, and I knew the truck wasn't running hot because it wasn't running hot. I just knew it wasn't. Because I took the thermostat out and made sure it didn't have no air in the lines, and it would just go stupid. So I changed the sensor, it still went stupid. So that tells me that the servo, they're not servos, the little mechanism inside this, the little clock spring, it's just wore out. I mean, it's just old, just from not setting. And then this truck set from 2007 till 2000, I don't know, 3 years ago. Yeah, 3 years ago. So this truck sat in the garage from 2007 to like 3 years ago.
Oh,
And then I've done everything to it. I mean, it was bone stock truck. And it has a 4.3 V6 in it, and I'm not changing it because it only had 62,000 miles on it. And then I replaced, um, everything: plugs, wires, distributor, rotor cap, water pump. I replaced every bit of that, fuel injection, done all that, because this truck is a 4.3 V6 and it had like 62,000 miles on it. And then it's got 77,000 miles on it. I drove it for like a year or 2 years, and then I told my son, he's like, "Oh, let's start building my truck." So everything's mechanically sound. It runs, everything's fine. I was like, "All right, we'll start tearing it apart and build it." But in 1986, this truck was built in March of 1986. And the crazy thing about this truck, only 4% of them come out with 4.3s in 86 because GM didn't launch the 4.3 and everything until 87. And then in 87, these square body trucks changed from C10s to R10s. So this truck was ordered in March of 86. The old man that ordered it, he wanted a Silverado package 10, loaded, manual windows, air conditioner, cruise control, non-tilt steering wheel, big brakes. It's got the inch and a quarter brakes on it, big rear end, long bed with 2 gas tanks, with air conditioner on a 4.3 V6. So this truck, only 4% in 86 had the 4.3 V6 in them, and it's fuel injection. And
Nice.
then in 87, everything changed to R10. So
Wow, that's
so this
amazing.
thing has R10 parts on it, but it's actually a 86 C10. A 87 is considered an R10, and Chevrolet changed their branding code from C10 to R10 in 87, and everything went to R10. So yeah.
I got you. Man, appreciate you, JG, for all the
Yeah,
information.
yeah. I'm gonna get off here. I got a lot of stuff to do, and then I gotta go get my tractor and stuff. I gotta finish mowing and some stuff. But I figured plus I gotta burn some trash. Look, I got you on the big screen. Look, the time delay. It ain't even caught up yet. So, all right, man. I'll talk to you later.
I appreciate it, JG.
Yep. See you.
Man, hey, JG know his stuff, man. That salutes to JG. Man, send me them links, the steering wheel stuff, man. Send me the links. I order it, man. I'm trying to get everything I need when my car go to Willow Repair Shop, man. So that's amazing, y'all. I'm gonna drop the link again for somebody else to come in, man. That's crazy. Right, Vaughn. Right, Vaughn. Somebody else want to come in, hit that link, man. Y'all come in and show me what y'all got going on. That's amazing. I ain't know all that stuff, bro. Like them numbers on the back, them tags on the back, man. I learned someday, y'all. I know, right? Stop cheating on my paper. I'll tell you, he told me a lot of stuff just that quick, man. I'm telling you, man. Man, not much, Lee. Just sitting around talking to y'all, man, on this Sunday, man. Well, it's Monday your time, so it's Sunday over here. Well, man, that's amazing. That's a blessing, man, to have people like that educate you, take their time out, and show you stuff that you didn't know about. I wonder what I'm telling you, man. I wonder what them tags for, man. I ain't want to take them out, but he said I could take them out, so I'm gonna take them out. And I never thought that out of a million years, man. That's crazy. I'm gonna go back and watch this live stream all over again, man. That's amazing. Yep. So I hope y'all enjoying y'all day, man. Like I said before, man, thank you everybody for pulling up for me, man. Hit that like button, man, and just showing you boys some love, man, on this Sunday, man. So now y'all know what I got going on now. The axles, man. The key thing, the axles. That's the key thing I'm doing this month. And get my car to these jack stands and get it back riding. Get it back on the ground, man. I'm gonna put my rims on too, so I'm gonna get my car shipped with the rims on it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He do know his stuff, man. Well, other than that, y'all, so I see nobody else want to come in. I guess I go ahead and end this live stream, y'all. And man, it's crazy, man. Salute to everybody for pulling up for me, man. Vaughn, Jay, TJ, Lee, Rusted, Clean, SS, Day. Thank all y'all for pulling up, man. That means a lot, man. Thank y'all for pulling up. So I'm going to end this live, y'all. I'll see y'all in a minute. I might play my game on live until I figure this out. So I'm gonna get the WM guy a call and see how he talk me through how to get this thing set up on my game, man. So I can talk to y'all on live while I'm playing my game. So I see y'all soon, y'all. Do what you love and know what you do, y'all. We out of here.